Boom.
Hey everybody, welcome to Kyle and Not Kyle Show. I'm Kyle.
I am not Kyle.
And today we are taking a look at the AFC team's needs prior to the 2019 NFL Draft, which takes place in about
6 hours and 15 minutes.
6 hours or so. So
just to leave this out there, I am not a draft guy. I don't know anything about the college players. I know.
I am the draft guy.
I look at the draft guys and just go, okay.
I am the draft guy. I like the draft. I love watching it. I love reading about the college players. So we're going to start today in the AFC West. We're going to start with the defending
the team that his
AFC
home team is in a way.
yeah. We're starting with the Chiefs. The team
They were tied.
Yeah, the team that couldn't quite make it to the Super Bowl ran into couple of guys. Anyway, so they finished it with a regular season record of 12-4. They need help on defense. Defensive line is not as much of a priority now for me since they just traded for Frank Clark from the Seattle Seahawks. So they traded their first rounder in exchange for Frank Clark. So they don't have a first round pick, which makes me think that they're probably going to go linebacker or defensive back, because there is going to be a run of safeties, in my opinion, from picks 20 to 40 tonight. Teams are trying to acquire picks there. They need corners. But they need safeties too. So I think they could look defense. They need defense. Yeah, they need defense. So I think they're going to go. They did get Tyrann Mathieu. I did forget about that. So they may try and go corner more than that. Yeah, that was a horrible secondary last year.
I don't know. I don't necessarily think it was horrible. When your offense is putting up 50 points a game, the other team is going to pass.
Yeah.
There's no running anymore. Yeah. So it turns into how minimal can you make the passing game?
Yeah.
Is all it is.
Yeah.
And I don't care which defensive backfield you have with Kansas City's offense.
Yeah.
Kansas City's offense with Hunt, I said last, very different than Kansas City's offense.
And
Hunt.
Speaking of that, the DA in Kansas City or wherever they were came out yesterday and said they're not charging Tyreek Hill for the child abuse or whatever that came out a couple weeks ago. I kind of listened to the press conference, or I was reading something, and he seemed very frustrated. He said they know something happened, they just don't know who did it, whether it was him, his girlfriend, or whatever. They don't know who was responsible. So the criminal part of that case is over. However, the Child Protective Services stuff is still going on to see if they need to take the child. Oh yeah, he'll still play. I would be shocked. 1 game suspension, or I think what was this? They're finding him 2 game checks or something. Was that who it was? Anyway,
I don't pay attention to anything like that.
Yeah.
To me, they're usually just trying to find stuff.
Yeah. So Kansas City Chiefs looking for help on defense, but again, they won't have a pick till late in the second round. So they could be a team you could look to try and trade up into a high second round draft pick. Moving on to the Chargers, they also finished 12-4 last year. Defensive tackle is a big need.
And corner.
Yeah, I have
corners.
Yeah.
I could see them getting a linebacker maybe. But they don't have a lot of need. I mean, they really don't. They have that stud second-year guy, Derwin James, who he was an absolute steal for them last year. That was their first round pick.
Yeah, he should have been a top 3 pick in my opinion. He was great. In fact, if you remember, he was one I had going in like the top 5, and he fell, and I was just sitting there like, what is happening?
They need another run.
Yeah.
Guy that can shove up the middle.
One guy who I know a lot of teams had looked at. I can't think of his name. He's a big defensive tackle from Notre Dame that I know they've kind of been linked to. They pick, what is it? They have the 28th pick. So I know there's a lot of chances that they could go there. It's not a first round worry, but I have a feeling they are going to try and take a quarterback in the second or third round this year.
Why?
Philip Rivers is 37.
Yeah. They just signed Tyrod Taylor.
Oh, I see. I keep forgetting about Tyrod.
Which
I keep forgetting about that one.
He would excel in that team, on that team. Not, I mean, I don't know if they're looking at him going, this is our long-term deal, but they're not paying him anything.
Yeah, I know.
I was like, wow, because he made all this money in Cleveland.
Right.
I would play 4 games and make $18 million. Right. Thank you very much.
Right. So I think they're going to be going defense. So next we have the Denver Broncos, who hold the 10th pick in the draft after going 6-10.
Okay, now for me, they need an O-line.
Yes.
And I think because Flacco's either going to chuck the ball down the field or he's going to turn around and dump it off to a tight end or a running back. Mm-hmm. Lindsey, I think, is going to have a phenomenal year because of Flacco. Yeah. Because Flacco's a turnaround.
Yeah.
But Flacco also used the tight end a lot. So I'm thinking offensive line. They need offensive line and then the tight end. But I don't know if they need a tight end. I don't even know who the tight end is for them right now.
I don't know either. They need
Keenum
help with so Matt Paradis left in free agency. They need help with the interior line positions. Tight end. They've been looking for one since they got rid of Julius Thomas. Quarterback, always a good thing to have. Elway loves his quarterbacks. Elway's not the best at evaluating the quarterbacks, but he loves his quarterbacks, and they have been linked consistently with Drew Lock, who a lot of people think is going to end up in Mile High.
So you think they might take a quarterback first?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. Everyone seems to be linking them to Drew Lock. And this was going quarterback last year.
You're looking at their first round pick.
Their first round pick is going to be
a quarterback.
Be a quarterback. Yeah.
Okay. Seems like every quarterback they've picked in the first round stunk when they get in the pros. Yeah. Every one of them.
Yeah. Wouldn't be shocked. Then we're going to go to the Raiders, who finished last in the division. They hold...
Defense, and more defense.
Yeah, defense.
All the way.
Defensive needs should be what they take in the first round.
Across the board.
They finished 4-12. They had one of the worst. They had the worst defense in the league last year.
And see, they might be a team that their last pick in the first round, they might pay or trade somebody for 2 or 3
seconds,
a couple of seconds in a third, and then get some of those safeties that you were talking about. They just need a lot of help. They need a lot of help. I don't think their offense, it's going to sound funny because their offense was last year.
Guess how many sacks?
Getting Antonio Brown is huge.
Yep.
And in that division, I was going, okay, the Chargers and the Broncos can get to the quarterback. Mm-hmm. But I don't know if there's a defense in that division that's going to shut down Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
Not even the Chargers. Yeah. I just don't know if they can shut him down.
Speaking of which, this is something, too, for the Broncos to keep in mind. Chris Harris reportedly requested extension or release. Like, either extend me or trade me or release me. So that
doesn't mean anything.
Well, he's their top corner for Denver. But no.
See, I'm going to have to guard Antonio Brown, so I want more money.
Right. Hey, I don't blame him.
That's hilarious.
Guess how many sacks Oakland had last year?
Not very many. 12.
Ooh, you're one off. They got 13, worst in the league. No other team had fewer than 30. Wait a minute, that's not right.
Oh well.
That's not right.
Doesn't matter.
Oh well, anyway.
And I think they need a running back.
Titans game.
I think they need a running back too.
Yeah. So running back position of need. For me, their two biggest positions of need are edge and corner.
They need it all.
They need all sorts of things. They do need to look at a tight end though to replace Cook, because that's a huge loss for them on the offense.
He was their number one guy.
Exactly. So they'll be looking at that.
And they weren't riddled with injuries.
No, they weren't.
They're just a lot of second-year play. They have a lot of young guys.
Yeah.
They really do.
Gruden's building his team.
No. Gruden inherited a young team.
Yeah. And hey, one interesting note, which there was a lot of mixed reactions about this. Over, I believe it was Friday, the team dismissed all the scouts, sent them home,
Oh, here we go. I'll do a trade thing. Here, how does
hold on. So they sent all the scouts home, and basically it is just Mike Mayock and John Gruden in the draft room.
That's very common.
And they said actually it happens, but not as often as you would think. And so a lot of guys they're on the fence, like, okay, like I get it. So Mike Mayock's daughter said that they were at dinner like a month ago or something, and he had a draft notebook or something with him because he left the office and he was going home before they stopped for dinner. He took it with him to the bathroom because
that's his job.
I know he did not let it leave his sight. And she's like, he would leave it for me when I worked at NFL Network or when he worked at NFL Network. Yeah. But now it's like, what? You don't trust me anymore? Well, that's because it's not. There's no. If he's wrong on one of those, somebody gets it. There's not a hanging head. Right. I just thought it was absolutely hilarious.
What do you think about this?
Okay, trade scenario.
Okay, so, and I know we're kind of doing a little bit of draft on the divisional thing. What would you think if they traded Derek Carr to Miami for Miami's first-round pick?
Like just swap one pick, one player,
right across.
Pick for player. That no second or thirds involved.
Well, let's say they even did that. Because Miami,
I think they would have to give.
I'm just saying. I don't think it's going to happen.
Oh, I don't think it either. But Oakland would have to give some seconds or some thirds to sweeten the deal for Miami.
But what deal does Miami want?
They got needs.
The biggest need I would think that Miami has is a quarterback.
Yeah.
Now, if I'm Derek Carr, I'd be like, you assholes.
Right. I hate you. Why are you sending me here?
Just got Antonio Brown. Right. Came to my house for my kid's birthday.
But I don't think it'll happen because they
think it'll
Mike
happen.
Mayock and John Gruden both believe in Carr, especially Mike Mayock.
Well, I'm not going to say no.
They may take a quarterback, but he's going to have to vastly outperform Carr to get the starter's job.
I don't think they're going to. They don't need him.
Yeah.
They don't need a quarterback.
No,
now, if he stinks this year with Antonio Brown, I believe they're going to draft a quarterback next year.
Oh, yeah. So that's the AFC West. So we'll be back with other divisions in a few minutes. Have a good one.